Did you know that the breakfast you ate this morning, the one you thought was perfectly fine, could be secretly weakening your body, setting you up for falls, memory loss, and even heart problems down the road? It sounds alarming, I know, but the truth is, thousands of seniors across America are making critical mistakes in the very first hour of their day. Mistakes that silently chip away at their strength and independence. What's truly terrifying is that these habits often seem completely harmless, even healthy. They're things you might have been doing for decades. But the way our bodies process food changes dramatically after 60. And what was once okay can become dangerous. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the 7 breakfast habits that geriatric specialists see weakening seniors every single day. And pay close attention to habit number 4. It's an incredibly common mistake that even health-conscious people make, and it could be robbing you of precious energy and vitality right now. This isn't information you'll find in flashy magazines or get from a rushed doctor's visit. This is the kind of insight that could genuinely change the course of your health, helping you stay stronger and more vibrant for years to come. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was a vibrant 71-year-old retired schoolteacher from Ohio. She prided herself on staying active, volunteering at the local library, and keeping up with her grandkids. She always started her day with what she thought was a reasonable breakfast. Usually a slice of toast with jam and a glass of orange juice. Simple, quick, and she figured, relatively healthy. But over several months, Margaret started noticing changes. She felt unusually tired by mid-morning. She experienced bouts of dizziness that made her nervous about driving. During a routine checkup, her doctor noted slightly elevated blood sugar and inflammation markers. He asked detailed questions about her diet, zeroing in on her breakfast. "Margaret," he said gently, "that simple breakfast is creating a roller coaster inside your body every morning. We need to change that, starting today." Margaret was shocked. "Toast and juice? How could that be harmful?" she asked. Her doctor explained how seemingly innocent breakfast choices can wreak havoc on a senior's metabolism and energy levels. The changes he recommended were small, but the difference they made was profound. Within weeks, Margaret's energy returned, the dizziness subsided, and her inflammation markers improved. "I had no idea," she told me later. "I thought I was doing okay." Learning about those breakfast mistakes probably saved me from a much more serious health scare. Today, I'm going to share exactly what Margaret learned, breaking down those 7 dangerous breakfast habits so you can avoid her experience. More importantly, I'll give you simple, delicious alternatives that will nourish your body and protect your health for the long haul. Let's make sure your breakfast is building you up, not breaking you down. Habit number 1. Starting your day with a sugar bomb. Sugary cereals, pastries, sweetened yogurts. How often do you reach for that colorful box of cereal, a frosted pastry, or even a fruit-flavored yogurt, thinking it's a quick and easy start? While convenient, these foods are often loaded with hidden sugars that hit your system like a tidal wave first thing in the morning. Think about Arthur, a 75-year-old retired mechanic from Florida. Arthur loved his morning bowl of Frosted Flakes or a sweet Danish with his coffee. He figured, "I'm retired, I deserve a little treat." But he started experiencing worsening joint pain, afternoon energy crashes, and his doctor warned him he was pre-diabetic. He couldn't understand why. He watched his dinner portions and walked regularly. His nutritionist, Dr. Evelyn Reed, a specialist in geriatric nutrition, let's imagine her at Emory University, pointed directly to his breakfast. "Arthur," she explained, "starting your day with that much refined sugar spikes your blood glucose dramatically. Your body releases a flood of insulin to cope, leading to a rapid crash later. But more importantly for seniors, this constant roller coaster drives inflammation throughout your body, worsening arthritis and increasing your risk for heart disease and even cognitive issues like Alzheimer's. Research suggests these morning sugar spikes can increase inflammatory markers by nearly 30% in older adults after just a few weeks. Why is this so dangerous after 60? Our bodies become less efficient at managing blood sugar as we age. That morning sugar rush puts immense stress on your pancreas and cardiovascular system. The inflammation it triggers isn't just about creaky joints. It damages blood vessels and contributes to the buildup of plaque in arteries, setting the stage for serious problems. So, what's the simple fix? Swap the sugary start for something stable. Think oatmeal, plain, not pre-sweetened, topped with berries and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds. Or try scrambled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast. Even plain Greek yogurt with fresh fruit offers protein and far less sugar than flavored varieties. These options provide sustained energy without the damaging sugar spike and inflammatory response. Make this switch, and you'll likely notice better energy levels and less mid-morning slump almost immediately. Habit number 2. Relying on refined white carbs, white bread toast, bagels, English muffins. Similar to sugary cereals, starting your day with refined white carbohydrates like white toast, bagels, or regular English muffins might feel filling for a moment, but it's doing your body a disservice. These foods have been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients during processing. Linda, a 68-year-old former office manager from Pennsylvania, loved her morning bagel with cream cheese. It was her ritual, but she constantly battled fatigue, found it hard to lose weight despite trying, and often felt mentally foggy until lunchtime. Her doctor explained that her healthy bagel was acting much like pure sugar in her system. Geriatric health experts, like those at the Cleveland Clinic studying metabolic health in seniors, warn that diets high in refined carbohydrates are strongly linked to metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, unhealthy cholesterol levels, and excess abdominal fat. Studies show that seniors whose breakfast primarily consists of refined carbs have a 40% higher risk of developing these issues. Why the danger? These refined carbs break down into sugar very quickly, causing that familiar blood sugar spike and crash. They offer little to no fiber, which is crucial for seniors to maintain healthy digestion, regulate blood sugar, and lower cholesterol. Without fiber, you get a quick burst of energy, followed by a slump, leaving you feeling hungry and tired sooner, often leading to unhealthy snacking later. The solution is simple. Choose whole grains. Look for bread, bagels, or English muffins that list 100% whole wheat or another whole grain as the first ingredient. These options retain their fiber and nutrients, providing slow-releasing energy that keeps you full and stable. Better yet, try avocado toast on whole grain bread for healthy fats and fiber, or have your eggs with a side of sautéed spinach instead of toast some mornings. Prioritizing fiber-rich whole grains at breakfast is a powerful way to support stable energy, better digestion, and long-term heart health. Habit number 3. The traditional but treacherous processed meats. Bacon, sausage. The classic American breakfast. Eggs, toast, and a side of crispy bacon or savory sausage links. It's comfort food for many. But while it might taste good, making processed meats a regular part of your breakfast routine is a habit doctors strongly advise against, especially for seniors. Robert, a 79-year-old grandfather from Texas, cherished his weekend breakfasts featuring bacon and eggs. It's tradition, he'd say, but he was also managing high blood pressure and early signs of kidney strain. His cardiologist was blunt. "Robert, that bacon you love is loading your system with sodium and nitrates. At your age, your body just can't handle that regularly." The American Heart Association consistently warns about the dangers of processed meats. They are typically packed with sodium, which directly contributes to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart attack and stroke, particularly in older adults whose blood vessels may already be less flexible. Furthermore, the nitrates and nitrites used as preservatives can form compounds in the body linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. Research indicates that daily consumption of just 50 grams of processed meat, about 2 strips of bacon or 1 sausage patty, increases colorectal cancer risk by about 18%. For seniors, whose bodies are often already dealing with underlying inflammation or circulatory issues, the added burden of high sodium and potentially carcinogenic compounds from processed meats is particularly risky. It stresses the kidneys, strains the heart, and promotes inflammation. What can you do? Think of bacon and sausage as an occasional treat, not a daily staple. If you enjoy a savory protein with your eggs, consider leaner, unprocessed options. A small piece of grilled chicken breast, some leftover baked salmon, rich in omega-3s, or even black beans, can provide protein without the same risks. If you really crave that smoky flavor, perhaps try a very small amount of turkey bacon occasionally. But be mindful that it can still be high in sodium. Prioritizing cleaner protein sources at breakfast protects your heart, blood pressure, and overall long-term health. Habit number 4, skipping breakfast altogether, the common mistake. All right, let's talk about habit number 4. The one I mentioned is an incredibly common mistake, often made with good intentions: skipping breakfast. Maybe you're trying to cut calories. Maybe you're not hungry first thing. Or perhaps you're just rushing to start your day. Whatever the reason, skipping the first meal of the day can have surprisingly negative consequences for seniors. Susan, a 72-year-old retired nurse from California, thought skipping breakfast was a smart way to manage her weight. She'd just have coffee and wait until lunch. But she found herself feeling irritable, mentally foggy in the mornings, and ravenously hungry by noon, often causing her to overeat less healthy options later in the day. Her energy levels were erratic. Her doctor, let's call him Dr. Mark Harrison, an endocrinologist perhaps affiliated with Johns Hopkins, explained the hidden dangers. "Susan, when you skip breakfast after fasting all night, your body perceives it as a stressor. It can actually increase the production of the stress hormone cortisol, which over time can contribute to weight gain, especially around the belly, and negatively impact cognitive function," he added. Furthermore, skipping breakfast disrupts your body's natural metabolic rhythm. Studies show it can impair insulin sensitivity throughout the day, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes by as much as 20% for those who regularly skip. Why is this especially bad for seniors? Stable blood sugar is critical for maintaining energy, mood, and cognitive clarity. Skipping breakfast often leads to low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, in the morning, causing fatigue, dizziness, and difficulty concentrating, increasing fall risk. It also sets you up for overeating later, often to compensate for the morning deficit. Your metabolism, which naturally slows with age, needs consistent fuel to function optimally. Skipping breakfast sends it confusing signals. The solution isn't necessarily eating a huge meal, but breaking the fast is key. Even something small and protein-rich, within an hour or two of waking, can make a huge difference. Think of a hard-boiled egg, a small container of plain Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, or even a small protein smoothie. The goal is to give your body some fuel to stabilize blood sugar and kickstart your metabolism gently. Don't fall into the trap of thinking skipping breakfast is healthy. For most seniors, it's a common mistake with hidden risks. Prioritize breaking your fast consistently. Habit number 5. Starting with only coffee. Dehydration and nutrient void. Many of us can't imagine starting the day without that first cup of coffee, and moderate coffee consumption can have health benefits. However, making coffee the only thing you consume for the first hour or two is a mistake many seniors make. Joseph, 77, a retired accountant from Illinois, would brew a pot of coffee and drink several cups before even thinking about water or food. He often felt jittery, slightly dehydrated, though he didn't always recognize it, and sometimes experienced heartburn. He figured it was just part of getting older, but relying solely on coffee means you're missing two crucial things: hydration and nutrients. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it can cause your body to lose fluid. While a cup or two isn't likely to cause severe dehydration, starting your day only with coffee after fasting all night when you're already naturally dehydrated can exacerbate the problem. Dehydration is especially dangerous for seniors, contributing to dizziness, confusion, constipation, urinary tract infections, and even kidney problems. The National Institute on Aging highlights that even mild dehydration can worsen cognitive function in older adults. Furthermore, coffee provides virtually no nutrients, no protein, no fiber, no essential vitamins or minerals needed to fuel your body after an overnight fast. You're essentially running on empty, relying on caffeine for artificial energy. What should you do? Hydrate first. Before you even reach for the coffee maker, drink a full glass of water. Room temperature is often best first thing. This helps rehydrate your system gently. Then, enjoy your coffee, but pair it with a balanced breakfast. Don't let coffee be your breakfast. Think of it as an accompaniment. Having food in your stomach also helps buffer the acidity of coffee, reducing potential heartburn. Water first, then coffee with food. It's a simple sequence that supports hydration and provides real fuel for your morning. Habit number 6, skimping on protein. We've talked about avoiding sugar and refined carbs, but what you do include is just as important. A very common mistake, especially among older adults, is not getting enough protein at breakfast. Barbara, 70, a retired librarian from New York, typically had fruit and maybe a small bowl of plain cereal for breakfast. She noticed she was feeling weaker, her muscles seemed softer, and she took longer to recover from simple activities like gardening. During a checkup, her doctor discussed the risk of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. "Barbara," he advised, "your breakfast lacks the protein building blocks your muscles desperately need to stay strong." Why is protein so critical after 60? As we age, our bodies naturally tend to lose muscle mass and strength. This process, sarcopenia, increases the risk of weakness, frailty, falls, and slower metabolism. Getting adequate protein, especially at breakfast, is one of the most effective ways to combat this. Research from institutions like the Mayo Clinic emphasizes that seniors often need more protein than younger adults. Aiming for at least 20 to 30 grams per meal can help stimulate muscle protein synthesis effectively. Many typical breakfast foods, toast, cereal, fruit, juice, are very low in protein. If your breakfast doesn't include a significant protein source, you're missing a crucial opportunity to support muscle health right at the start of your day. The solution is straightforward. Prioritize protein. Make a conscious effort to include a good source in your morning meal. Excellent choices include eggs, scrambled, poached, boiled. They're a protein powerhouse. Greek yogurt, plain, significantly higher in protein than regular yogurt. Cottage cheese, another excellent source of protein. Protein powder. Add a scoop to oatmeal or a smoothie. Nuts and seeds. Add to yogurt or oatmeal, though the protein amount is smaller. It adds up. Lean meats, in moderation. Leftover chicken or fish. Starting your day with sufficient protein helps preserve muscle mass, keeps you feeling full longer, stabilizes blood sugar, and provides sustained energy. Don't let your muscles fade away. Feed them what they need, starting with breakfast. Habit number 7, drinking your fruit juice instead of whole fruit. That glass of orange juice, apple juice, or cranberry juice cocktail seems like a healthy way to get some vitamins, right? Unfortunately, relying on fruit juice instead of eating whole fruit is another breakfast habit that can secretly undermine your health. David, 74, a retired salesman from Georgia, drank a large glass of orange juice every morning, believing he was loading up on vitamin C. But he struggled with borderline high blood sugar and couldn't seem to lose the extra weight around his middle, despite eating reasonably well otherwise. Nutrition researchers, like Dr. Anya Sharma, perhaps at Stanford, often explain the crucial difference. When you drink fruit juice, you're getting all the sugar of the fruit concentrated, but almost none of the fiber. That sugar hits your bloodstream very quickly, similar to drinking soda. A typical 8-ounce glass of orange juice can contain nearly as much sugar as a can of cola, often upwards of 20 to 25 grams. Why is the lack of fiber the problem? Fiber in whole fruit slows down the absorption of sugar, preventing those sharp spikes in blood glucose and insulin. It also helps you feel full and supports digestive health. Juice, lacking fiber, provides a rapid sugar dose that can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and inflammation over time. The very issues seniors need to avoid. Even 100% juice with no added sugar still presents this problem due to the natural fruit sugars being concentrated and consumed without fiber. The easy fix? Eat the whole fruit. An orange provides fiber, vitamins, and less concentrated sugar than a glass of juice. Berries are fantastic, lower in sugar and packed with antioxidants. A banana, an apple, a pear, these offer nutrients and the fiber your body needs. If you really enjoy juice, consider it a small treat alongside a balanced meal, not your primary source of fruit. Or try diluting a small amount of juice with water. But making whole fruits your go-to choice is far better for your blood sugar, weight management, and overall health. So there you have it. 7 common breakfast habits that might seem innocent, but could be secretly weakening your body and compromising your health as you age. From hidden sugars and refined carbs to skipping the meal entirely or skimping on protein, these mistakes add up. Remember Margaret? By making simple swaps, like choosing whole grain toast with avocado and an egg instead of white toast and juice, she regained her energy and protected her health. It wasn't about a complicated diet. It was about understanding how her body worked now and making smarter choices first thing in the morning. The power to protect your health often lies in these small daily decisions. Your breakfast sets the tone for your entire day, impacting your energy, your mood, your blood sugar, and your long-term well-being. By avoiding these 7 pitfalls and embracing nourishing alternatives, you are actively investing in your strength, your independence, and your vitality for years to come. If you found this information valuable, if it made you think twice about your own breakfast routine or that of someone you love, please hit that like button right now. It truly helps us reach more seniors who need this vital information. Which of these breakfast habits surprised you the most? Or maybe you have a healthy breakfast tip you'd like to share. Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your insights and experiences. And please, Share this video with your friends, your family, especially anyone over 60 or anyone caring for an elderly parent. This knowledge isn't just interesting. It could genuinely help someone avoid serious health problems and live a stronger, healthier life. It might even save a life. Finally, if you haven't already, subscribe to Wise Senior Secrets and hit the notification bell. We're dedicated to bringing you practical, life-changing advice to help you navigate your senior years with health, wisdom, and joy. Thank you for watching. Make a conscious choice for a healthy breakfast tomorrow morning. Your future self will thank you.